All right, everyone. So today is the 3rd of May, and I am going to go into this hive right here. And what I'll do is I'll actually set the camera up on that pile of boxes right there where my drink is. And I'm probably going to armor up because we've had some bad weather, and I'm going to go in and be pulling some frames out and such because I'm hoping to find a bunch of queen cells in here to make new queens. Some of those are going to be from emergency cells that were made on the frames that were in there. Last weekend, Cameron and I, we took the 2 queens out, and so they were going to make emergency cells on those queens. But what I also did is from the hive over there with the orange bottom, I pulled a whole bunch of comb out of that had eggs and young larvae on it. And Cameron and I hung that from the top bar and the bottom bar of a shallow frame. And so that is in here now. And we turned it 90 degrees so that the cells ran up and down, what I would call Fat B-Man style. For those that don't watch Fat B-Man, I'm not talking about me. It's a guy named Don who does a whole bunch of YouTube videos. And so I'm hoping that they made a whole bunch of queen cells on those, and then I will figure out what to do with all of that. And probably take a bunch of these frames and put them in a bunch of the 2-frame boxes and see just what we get from the Fat B-Man style of using that comb. So I'm gonna pause this for now, and I'll set you guys up on the box there, and you can be looking down as I go back in. All right, so I'm putting gloves on, and I've got a suit on because I don't know. Usually I do a lot of my beekeeping just in like short sleeves and such, but with the weather that rolled through here earlier, and storms and such, not expecting anything exciting in this top box because this is not where we had the eggs and larvae that they would make into queen cells. We'll just pull that one off, and then start going through here and see what we can find, because we could definitely find queen cells right here in this, on some of these. We might start getting kind of agitated. Yeah, look at them. Like I said, it's not a nice sunny day when half the hive could be out, collecting pollen and nectar. It's been kind of nasty. Maybe later on today it'll be nicer, but there we go. So just expecting, so some honey on that. Nothing exciting there. So I'll try to go through some of these frames kind of quick. I don't think it's not till we get to the middle that we might have some queen cells. By the end of the day, I may have another 6, 7, 8, I don't know. We'll see. Hives, I'll say started. I'm not going to do the finger quotes, but I'm thinking finger quotes. All right, so honey still. So I'll tell you what I can smell right now, and the beekeepers on the watching this will know. I can smell a very strong scent of bananas, which is the alarm pheromone that they put out. So we got fresh honey getting made here. I'm thinking maybe all of the eggs and larvae were on the bottom. We may not have had any up top here. Yeah, more honey. Just below that frame I just took out, I can see what I'll call the magic frame, which is the one I really want to see what happened on it during the last week. That's kind of the experiment one. Just going to pull this one, and if there's nothing on it, I think I'm done with this level, because I would have put any brood in the middle. Yeah, so because this was basically two hives put together and made queenless, very shortly afterwards they wouldn't have had any more open brood to deal with. And so, there might still be a little, but nowhere near what they would have been prepared to deal with. When they don't have all that brood to deal with, they can really devote themselves to collecting and processing honey. And so that's what a lot of them would have turned to doing over the last week. All right. Let me just move a couple things here. And I will lift this box off and we can get to the exciting box for this experiment here. So, I don't know that you guys see all the way down into this, but if there's anything exciting, I will lift it up so that you can see it. So that's just a frame of honey. We're making new honey on this one. They're packing it in. All right. So this frame is going to get a little exciting, I think. So we've got brood. Let's see if we can. Now that is a queen cell right there. Two queen cells, here and here. And so I'm going to go ahead and move them over into this box. And then before I move that, I will give them more bees so that they have plenty of workers for doing their job of making a hive. So some comb. I don't see any queen cells on this side. You guys are seeing this other side before me, so maybe. No queen cells on that side. There is some open larvae yet. So it's interesting, you know, they didn't make any queen cells on here, but because there is open larvae there. Alright, so now let's look at this exciting, and we'll know if the experiment worked or completely failed. Okay. So there are queen cells here. Now if you look, this I guess fell through somehow. So there's a queen cell here, and a queen cell here. And so I didn't attach this the same way that Don would have said to attach it. And so obviously Don knows what he's talking about, because these things here have, you know, fallen, but they made a queen there and a couple others down here. So now I got to figure out what to do with those. Like this frame that I just had that didn't have a queen cell, I could put it and one of these in the same box, and they can run off and try to make a whole hive out of it. Let's see what's going on the rest of these. I don't know what you guys see on that side. They're packing in honey on this one. Packing it in. The cells from the frames from the other side were from one hive when we combined the two, and then so these ones here with a blue mark on them are from the other. We got a queen cell right here, and right here. Looks like we can make a split out of that. So now we see why I put the jacket and gloves on, because they are really not happy with me right now. Alright, so here's a couple queen cells on the bottom on this one. Let's see if I can point them out. Right here and right here. I don't see any on that side, so 2 is a good number for me to put into a box to make a brand new. Hey, what? I'm going to round up a couple more 2-frame boxes so I can go ahead and do that. Alright, so I have 2 more 2-frame boxes here so that I can go ahead and move, you know, a frame into each. I've got more of these. Yeah, I'm smelling that banana smell right now. A lot of it. Like I said, that is the smell of queen cells here. Look at this one. I might put some of this into a 5-frame box, and they'll build up pretty quick once the queen comes back mated. Let's see if we got a queen cell on this one. Well, that is a solid frame of brood that is probably going to hatch out soon. So what I can do with this is put it into a box along with one of those queen cells that I can pull off that one middle frame. Yeah, you won't see them this angry often. get a couple more 2-frame boxes so that I can do some surgery on this bar to put bees over there. I'm going to hold some of these away. Alright, so on here, I think I am going to try to put a queen cell on here. I'm going to bring this up, figure out which one I want. These ones off this bottom. Because there are a whole bunch, I don't know if you can see this, right across the bottom there, a whole bunch of queen cells. So if that had stayed upright, it would be great to use, but as it is, it's going to take a little bit of surgery, I think. So some of them will get ruined, but I can't use all of them anyway. So I at least need to try to cut 2 of them out for these 2 boxes. I think I want to do that same thing over here. couple more off. Alright, so that is all done. The surgery is all done. The moving of the frames is all done. And I've got, what did I add it up to? 5, 7, 8 sort of queen starts. There were way more than queen cells than that in there, but a lot of them were just unusable. You know, there's 5 in a row. You cut through the middle one, maybe you can get 1 or 2 on either end. And so I've done all that. The ones that are marked 12.x, like this one, and we'll go and look at a couple more here in a second, are the ones that are from, the surgery I had to do. But like that one, 9, that was one that just had like queen cells right on a frame from one of the 2 hives that I put together, where they had just made emergency cells. The larger nuke in the middle, there's actually a mated queen in there from queen 12 a while back. So queen 7 here, we got those going. Queen 7 is actually Queen O'Neill, so hopefully we'll get a couple more queens out of that and get those to somebody. So that's 4 right there. We'll walk over here. You'll notice these girls have calmed down quite a bit. Let's see what they look like on the front. Alright, so this one right here is, obviously the one that they had all been in. I've moved enough frames out so that they're only using the one level. I left that the experimental bar in there with some of the queen cells that were on the bottom there. So with this one's going to be kind of the strongest of the splits. It needs it needs to requeen itself now, and then hopefully it'll do really well. This one right next to it also has one of the surgery queens in it. So there we go. And then where did I put the other one? Over here. This one had been a failed split. The one that's marked 15, 14, 12x. That had been a failed split, and then so I tried to, I basically just stuck some queen cells in there with the bees that were in there, kind of crossing fingers, and we'll see what happens. And then finally, this one here. They actually got a decent number of bees in there. I gave them a couple frames from those and some of the, like one of the honey frames. So again, we'll hope for great things out of this little experiment. Like I said, I think we started, at 8? So, if 6 or 7 of them get mated and start producing, that'll be awesome. And then hopefully I can sell them to some locals. So, all right. Everybody have a good day.